Bronny James getting drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers at the 55th overall pick in this year's NBA draft. It was predicted that this would happen, and I'm not shocked it happened whatsoever because I think this was a lot on LeBron's say. Like I said before in previous videos, that LeBron, he has a lot of say when it comes to player personnel and coaching staff decisions when it comes to his teams that he plays on. So Bronny James gets drafted by the Lakers to play with his father, LeBron, the first father-son duo in NBA history to play on the same team. Okay. Do I think that this could work? Yes. But only if Bronny is willing to play G League for a little bit. I don't think you can thrust Bronny right into the starting lineup right now as it's currently constructed and as he is as a player right now. I think he averaged like 4 points at USC. I mean, come on. That's not really a second-round pick. That's an undrafted free agent sort of player. But the upside of it is that it is LeBron's kid. If there's anybody who's going to learn the best, it's Bronny, because his father is one of the top 2 players to ever live on this planet when it comes to basketball. Can it work? Yes, it can. But I feel Bronny needs more time to work on his game, work on his craft. I'd say if I'm the Lakers, send him to the G League for the first year, year and a half, see how he does there. And if you start to notice more and more improvement in Bronny, then I think you start to bring him up, get him in the rotation, and then eventually maybe he'll blossom into a starter in the NBA. But as it currently stands right now, I don't think Bronny is a starter on the Lakers or necessarily a rotational player just yet. That might be a hot take, but when you look at the USC Trojans in basketball, they were awful this past year. Bronny necessarily didn't make much of a difference and have really much of an impact on their win-loss percentage and overall record. I mean, he averaged basically 4 points a game for USC. Do I think the talent's there? Absolutely. It's LeBron's son. Of course he's got the talent, but I think he's just very raw. I think he needed more time in college. If he stayed in college a little bit longer, listen, coming straight from high school or 1 year in college to the NBA, that's a tough enough leap as it is. LeBron was able to do it because nobody was close to being built like LeBron back in 2004, back in 2003, 2004, when LeBron was on the come up. Now established, I don't think Bronny is... I think the expectation and the hype around Bronny, a lot of it was placed on his shoulders by his father, LeBron. I think that's plain and simple and clear and obvious. But I think Bronny and the Lakers, I think this could work. I do think it could work. Bronny's got talent. It's there. But it's just very raw and needs more time to mature and grow. I think Bronny should play in the G League a little bit, maybe the first year, maybe the first half year. It really depends on his growth as a basketball player. He can shoot, he can drive, he can pass, he can play D, he can play all that stuff, and he can do all that stuff. Can he do it at a consistent level and at the NBA level? We do not know yet. But I'm only saying this could work is because it is LeBron's son. He is going to learn from arguably the best. And he's going to be surrounded by guys, a bunch of vets who know what they're doing, and an organization. This is what worries me, though. The Lakers are already an impatient organization. I talked about it last week when I talked about NBA coaches and hiring J.J. Redick recently, that Darvin Ham was ousted after 2 years, after a Western Conference Finals appearance, and another playoff berth. After 2 years, he was ousted. Frank Vogel won a championship with the Lakers in 2020 and was ousted. The Lakers are a very, very, very impatient organization. I think they also have to have patience with Bronny. Bronny has a potential to be a good player in this league, maybe even better than we all think. But I do think it will take time. There is no scenario right now that I can see that Bronny ends up a starter right away for the Lakers. I do think he needs more time to mature his game and work on his craft. Send him to the G League, get him used to it, get his confidence level going, have him develop his game more. And I know you already know LeBron is going to be coaching him up. I think that this has the opportunity to be something great in LA if it's managed properly, which time and time again, the Lakers front office has proven they are very impatient and want results now. Part of me thinks that they're going to want LeBron and Bronny to be playing right now, real soon, before Bronny's even ready. So I don't necessarily think this is a Bronny fault. Well, again, 4 points at USC, 4 points a game at USC is not great at all. But the talent is there. But I do not trust the Lakers whatsoever. I don't trust their front office. I never trust the Buss family or Rob Pelinka or any of those executives making those decisions in LA. My final statement on this, Bronny to LA, it can work. If Bronny is giving time to mature on his game and mature in his craft and just becoming a better version of himself as an NBA player.